Good morning. It's Thursday, and I am Toni Tesler. And today is our last Thursday of April. Oh, look at that. Oopsie. Comments down, or volume down. Okay. I think I want to scoot this over just a little. Seems like there's always some little last minute adjustment. So when you get here, if you're here live, just say hi so I know you're here with me. If you're watching on replay later, whether it's here on Facebook or if it's on YouTube, just give me a comment there. Let me know that you're here. If you are on Facebook, please subscribe to my channel. I think I only need 16 more as of yesterday, so that is pretty awesome. I appreciate all the support. So let's get into it. Just a reminder, the workshop, this is closing tomorrow. This is when you're going to get a share of my sample cards. Hi Peggy, good morning. Like a stack of my cards that I've had from, throughout the year. Every year I clean them out. So all the cards I make weekly, swaps that I've done. I've got 2 full photo boxes full, so you're going to get a chunk of those. I've also got some stamp sets that I'm giving out that other people have given to me, so I'm just passing it along. So it's a good thing. The other thing is our catalog. The new catalog goes live on Tuesday. It's coming up. I feel like I've had it for a month now, although it hasn't been that long, but we're finally here. But with the new catalog coming up, this is my reminder, my last call reminder. May 3rd, I need to know if you want in on the paper share, because I'm going to put the order in on the 4th as soon as I can. Hey, Vicky. Did that tag get to you yet? Hopefully it'll get there soon. I can't remember. I think you were one of the winners from last week. Yeah, when I gave away those tags. I put those in the mail Monday, so who knows. But it'll be there probably tomorrow, if not today. So, paper share, need to know by the 3rd. New catalog opens up on the 4th. So, that is that. So, today I just wanted to take a look at, use some of the stuff that's retiring that, like one more shot at looking at it, at using it. Did I want this? No. Okay. Yeah, mail, it's hit or miss with mail. Sometimes I mail stuff extra early and then it gets there the next, 2 days later. Hey, Sean. Other times I think it's going to get there in a couple days and it takes 2 weeks or whatever, so ish. So looking at some retiring stuff, and I need my scissors and my scraper. So this one, I was actually ready like 20 minutes early today. And, oh, thanks, Sean. So I went ahead and I stamped already my tree. So this is, I'm using Rooted in Nature. And I'm going to use Well Said also. So these are going in my BOGO pile for my June sale. I feel like I didn't use this one enough. Maybe I used it like when I first got it, and then it just kind of like fell off the radar. But I really like this Thinking of You. That's a good size. You are wonderful. I didn't think I was gonna like this tree stump so much, but I do. I love it. Hey, Terry. And then I actually put these in one wood container, but I'm gonna put it back in the 2 small containers like this. When I put it on my sale table, because actually these wood containers are hard to come by. They quit, we don't have them anymore, and I want to keep it for stuff because I store stuff in these. So that's what I used today. I used this tree, and like I said, I already went ahead and stamped and die cut it. So let me make a new pile. This was one of the first like big stamp set and die bundles, and I was, I had like sticker shock, but I ended up liking it and using it. And these leaves are the ones that it cuts it out. You cut it out with this one, and then this one does the impression, so it like embosses it, debosses it, whatever. So that's kind of cool. and these two go together. So that is going into the BOGO pile. All right, and then the Well Said, this too came with a bunch of dies, which I'm not using the dies today. But this, I wanted to tell you, some of the dies that I have that are going to go on my sale, I didn't save the plastic containers. Like, for a while, since I was putting everything on these magnet sheets, I would just take the dies out of these plastic things and then, boop, get rid of that. So, you know, poor planning on my part that I would actually need it again. So some of these I'm going to have to make an envelope. Peggy, it is going to be on Facebook. Hey, Gail. I'm going to have details coming out soon, but it's going to be June 5th, Saturday, June 5th. I'm not going to do a live event though. I'm going to use albums in my, so like here we're at Toni Tessler, my page. Then I also have my Toni stamping and sharing group, and you can do different things with groups versus pages. And I can set up photo albums on a group. So I'm just going to load up, like in the next month, I'm taking pictures of everything. I'm just going to load up all my pictures, and then people will claim it on each picture. So, and then there'll be more details, but you pick your free stuff from my retired things, and then in the next day or two after, then you have to buy new stuff out of the new catalog with the hostess code. So that's the buy part, and the get one is you're picking your free stuff first. So I'll have to explain all that. Terry, sometimes I do find it's hard to get rid of sets, but you're right. You have to make room for new goodies, and I've found that I only use a handful, like, because I'm always using, current stuff or, newer things. But I do have at least one shelf full that I use all the time, and I've had them going back to, I don't know, some are as old as 20 years, like when I first started. So, but yeah, you're right. We don't have room for everything. I just have to get rid of stuff. So, BOGO, that's that. You know what? I forgot to do mail, and it's the other room, so I'm going to have to skip that. I got 2 cards in the mail, and here I was thinking I was ready 20 minutes early. Duh. But I am going to want to get something at the end. Okay, back to this. So, saying goodbye to favorites. We're using Rooted in Nature, and I stamped this in Basic Gray. Now, Basic Gray is an archival. I believe it's still archival. Mine is old style, so this is a linen pad, and I like it. I'm not getting rid of that. So anyway, I use that on Very Vanilla. And I'm using thick for the card base, 5.5 by 8.5. So a trick that I just saw, another Peggy shared with me, we were having a discussion about folding. Like when you score, do you fold this way? Like that's what I do. Some people score and then fold it like that. But a video that we found, this lady says score on both sides and then it makes it fold better. Actually, I gotta put this under here. So Sharon LaCroix told me a couple weeks ago, put a piece of paper over it when you score and then you don't get that shiny mark. And so that's why I just put that under here because I didn't have my scrap. But she's totally right. And the other girl was right about scoring on both sides. I thought that would make it so extra floppy, but it doesn't. It wants to sit up perfect. Like it's crazy. So I'm going to try that more. Scoring on both sides. And then no matter which side you fold it on, you're going the right way. All right. So I cut this piece down to 3 3/4 by 5. And then I've got a little piece of, this is from the Well Suited papers, which the Well Suited dies and stamps are in the new catalog, but the papers are not. So they always have like all new papers in the new catalog, which ties into the paper share. Like you want to get a couple. So what else did I want to use? Oh, Textured Essentials. This one is going to pain me to put in the BOGO pile, but there are other background sets that I can get in the new catalog. I just feel like I didn't use this enough, and that bothers me. So I'm going to use this one, this little guy, and again I'm going to use the Basic Gray, Now the general idea of this card is I'm going to stamp some of the background here and here, add this little strip, and add this guy here. Notice that the strip is hanging off the sides here. I want it like that on purpose. So, and I just want to put like boop here and here. So like I said, my ink pad is linen, so I can really smash it down. And I do want to stamp off just because I want it a little bit lighter. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And then up here. And I'm not worried that it crisscrossed because that's going to get covered up. Man, I feel like my cords are in my way. So yeah, when I'm finished, I am going to go to the other room because I got some mail from Sue that goes along with something I need for next week, which I can't believe it's the end of April already. All right, we're going to glue this on. See how that's got that blue on the back? I like these papers. I mean, I really haven't met a paper that I didn't like. Stampin' Up! Always has great papers. All right, and then this is going to go here. And then I want a little greeting. I'm going to pop this up. Where's my dimensionals? Yeah, that is something, I mean, 21 years now I've been doing this, and they have always had great, beautiful designer papers. All right, I want a little something there. Let's see if this will fit. So yeah, the paper share is a really good idea because you get a little, you know, you get like a sample of everything, and then the ones that you really want, that you decide you really like, then you just go back and get the full pack of those. And they're all 6x6. You know, there's a lot you can do with 6x6 papers. All right, putting that right there. And then a greeting from Well Said. I think I wanted this. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. Okay. Now, just want to point out, I don't always put these sticky stickers on my stamps for the cling stamps, but this one I did because all these words, I didn't want them to fall away. Like, you know, they're easy to lose. Where's my block? All right, so I'm just going to stamp this again with the basic gray. I like a tone-on-tone look. And then I'm going to hand cut this. I like that. This tree reminds me of one of the ones from Lovely as a Tree. Just a little bit different. Yeah, right there. So I also store my stamps like how they are as far as placement on the cover, so I know exactly where to look for it when I open it. That's just me being anal. All right, and then I'm going to trim this pretty close. All right, scraps. Yeah, Sean, even when they were only one-sided, I'm having a hard time remembering. I mean, that goes way back, doesn't it? I do remember some that we had. Now, this is very teeny tiny. Do I have any of my small dimensionals? Nope, of course not. All right. So let me boop, boop, boop. I know I have some of this. All right, that's longer. Yeah, 20 plus years ago. I do remember some packs, and I may have some left. You're right, they were still pretty, even though they were one-sided. They were definitely thinner. Yeah, that would be a good trivia. When did we go to double-sided papers? I don't know. All right. Ooh, I like this. And I want to pop this up again. Now, this is not Stampin' Up, but I love this foam tape. I get it off Amazon because it is quick work. It makes quick work when you're trying to pop up like a whole layer like this. And I think I got it like in a 3-pack. I'm going to put one there too, just for giggles. I know some people will cover like the whole layer. I would say the only downfall to this stuff is it is super sticky, so you better have it in the right spot because there is no takebacks. You'll check your catalogs. Sean, are you telling me you have saved every catalog since we started? I did at some point, but I have to hold this up where I can see it. Eventually I was like, I'm tired of looking at them. Because if you did, then I have a job for you. Because I'm trying to figure out, I've been Googling. I wanted a complete list of like all the in colors since we started having them. Oi, I think I got that a little crooked. Ugh. There is really no picking that up. Okay. Well, it's just going to have to go to someone that really won't care. All right, you mean the world to me, even though it's crooked. All right, so put that there. So lots of dimensional. And like I said, I wanted this hanging off on the sides. Now that's curling up a little bit. All right, now let's finish with some black dots. Black dots are going in, they are in the new catalog. And as you can see, I need to order some more. But I'm glad to see these doodads are making it. I'm going to do like 3 big ones right in a row. Boop, boop, boop. You have 2 from, what year did you start, Sean? Because we all met at convention. That was in 2001. And I think you were newish then, right? Hi, Amy. Good morning. So we're just using some stuff that is retiring today. Hey, Mickey. All right, so put those black dots away. So that's our first card. And as we're just saying goodbye to Textured Essentials and Rooted in Nature, and then these well-suited papers. These are available until June 30th. So that is that card. Moving on. I can't tell you how much that disappoints me that I didn't quite get that perfectly straight after I was like, I gotta pay attention. All right, garbage. Okay, next on the, let's see, I want that paper. I think I had planned to use this on that card and then I forgot. All right, so next up we're using, again, some paper. The hydrangea paper is in the catalog until June 30th. Sending healing vibes. I think I wanted this one. Oh, you know what? The butterfly is different. Okay. Blop, blop, blop. So for this one, I'm going to use Healing Hugs and Beautiful Friendship. I end up getting so, hi Penny, I end up getting so many, Terry Chapman. Oh, nice. All the catalogs are online. Thank you, thank you. Then I can look up all the in colors. Sweet. Thanks for that. What was I saying? Oh, I always end up with so many flower sets, and I have a black thumb. Like, I kill plants. Like, it's not a good situation. But I like looking at them. But these are both going to go in my BOGO pile as well. I really like these greetings. I may think about those twice, but anyway. All right, so this one kind of looks like a hydrangea. And then we've got a rose and some leaves. So this card came about, I was going through my stuff. Like I have a side table that has all my scraps and pieces that I don't finish. This was a card that I was trying a new thing. So a couple months ago I had made a slimline Z fold, so it's like longer and then it still does the Z fold like this. So I thought, well, I'll try it with a 5.5 size. And it didn't go quite what I wanted, you know, quite how I wanted. So I'm just gonna cut this edge off. This is Seaside Spray cardstock, which is no more. So I'm just gonna cut this off and we're going to use this part. Now my first thought was, oh, I'll make this a pocket card. And then I was like, no, I don't want a pocket card. I want to add some of this pretty hydrangea paper right here. And so then there's going to be some trimming involved because that's hanging off the edge. And that's only because of this score line. Like you can only put your paper right up to the score line. So I'm going to have to trim that off. But I want that peeking out. And then this, I'm going to cover this up because I don't want to, it doesn't quite go with the front. So I'm going to cover that up with a piece of white that I cut out. All right, so first let's do some stamping on the background of this. Now I never got the in color ink pads for that. I just had a couple of the minis, the spots that we got in some paper pumpkins. But what I found is Misty Moonlight, if you stamp it off once, it is the exact, it's a good match for Seaside Spray. So that's what I'm going to do. Boop. Now this little pattern came from Healing Hugs. And it does not have the sticky stickers on it. Alright, so stamp off once. And this will be like a tone on tone. Now I try to be random with these and I always end up not random. All right, I do want to do one, boop, right there. And that'll be good. So I'm going to stamp a flower or two and cut them out and have that right there. All right, let's get rid of that ribbon. Yeah, I was going to use this Forever Greenery ribbon on the first card. And too late, forgot about it. All right, clean this off. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and tape these layers in since I do have to trim them. So I want to insert this. Boop. And I'm just going to put glue all on the inside flap here. And it's easier for me to line it up like this and then just close it like a notebook. I'm going to hold it there for a minute. Sean, you have them back to 98. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, Terry, that's I'm gonna have to say bookmark that because you don't know how much time I spent Googling trying to find in colors, because I'm trying to organize stuff that I have too. Which one is that? Oh, that's for the inside. All right, now same thing. I'm just gonna glue this one on, and I'm trying to be a little light-handed with this glue just because I am adding so many layers to it. Same thing. Tap it, tap it. I'm going to hold that in place for a minute. All right, good. And then I'm just going to trim the edges. If this side of the pattern paper that was showing was something that I, that matched better, I would have left it. But I didn't want to look at that. All right, so let me get my trimmer. And I'm just trimming this very wee little sliver, which this cutter is perfect. 8.5. Yes, the styles have changed so much. Yeah, the older stuff, it seemed like when I started I joined up in 2000, but my first stamping party that I went to was in 99. There was a lot of like country looking stuff back then. And if I was to see that now, that would not be my preferred style. So this is inside piece. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And I may do some stamping on that. Not entirely sold on that yet. Okay, hydrangeas. So these flowers, this is like Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and the Misty Moonlight and Soft Seaside, or Seaside Spray, whatever. All right, so Misty Moonlight, and again I'm gonna stamp off, and I'm just pressing it. Sometimes you would need a piece of foam under here. I like that. Oh, you know what? I want to do a purple one too. Okay. So let me get my chamois. So I'm going to have 2 of these things, hydrangeas, and then some of the little flowers too. Actually, let's just stamp a couple of these. And same thing, I'm going to stamp off. And I'm doing a bunch, I don't know how many I'm actually going to use. I want an odd number. Yeah, lots of country and stitch stuff. And I remember like angels, like little sets. And that Button Bear, which I know a lot of people loved Button Bear. I had him because I think it came with the starter kit. And back then we didn't have a choice like they do now. You got the starter kit and you got what you got. I don't know if I want this dark or light, so I'm just stamping them both. I just re-inked all my pads about a month ago. I think I'm going to use that. But I'm going to save that darker one. Decisions. Money autocorrect. You needed room. Yeah, I needed the room too for, I mean, yeah, the catalogs, I had them in a pile in my living room for years, but I never used them. I never went back and looked at them. So I was like, what am I doing? All right, so that was Highland Heather. And then we need a green for some leaves. Little leaves. So let's go with, I like Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to do some dark, some light. Okay, that, one more. You couldn't just throw them away. Yeah, nice and easy notes. Yep, Sean, that was in mine too. And that's back when I hated coloring and I hated using black ink. So I don't think I ever used that for years. And then I got rid of it. And then at some point I may have gone back and like bought it from somebody a couple years ago. Yep. It's crazy how stuff has changed. I mean, crazy good. Like, I tell you, if the styles hadn't changed from years ago, like, I don't know if I would be interested. I do remember my first order. So, funny thing. My first stamping was, I used to get together with a group of girls, my friend Gail. We all met from our husbands and boyfriends played foosball. And I mean, we played foosball too, the girls. But, you know, we were sitting around one day and like bored. And then we got started talking about crafts. And Gail was like, we need to have a ladies' craft day. Like, everybody come to my place. We'll have this once a month. You just bring whatever craft project you're working on and we'll do it. And so that's what we started doing. And a couple months into it, she had to make a birthday card or birthday present or something for her father. So she gets out this gold embossing powder and a stamp and like a craft box that she had bought. And I mean, you guys know the first time you see embossing, you're like, oh my God, I have to have it. So, of course, she let us, do some embossing. And I was like, where do you get this stuff? She's like, oh, you got to have a party. Here's a catalog. And I'm like, all right, you have a party. I'll come. So she has a party. I bought like $100 worth of stuff. I didn't even buy any ink pads or papers. All I bought were stamps. I was so floored by all the cool stuff. And I had been scrapbooking. So, of course, that's when we had a lot of letter sets. And I was totally enamored with that. I was like, oh my God, you mean I can make letters in any color I want and they can match my cardstock and it's going to be great. Well, it was great until I got my order and I didn't have any colors. I didn't have any ink pads, no markers, no paper. So, that's how they get you. Then I was like, all right, I have to have my own party so I can get some more stuff. Did that, and then I was, convinced that I could do this, and that was it. So that's how I got started into Stampin' Up! From my friend Gail having a craft day. And normally we made stuff like ornaments or like cross stitch or crochet, like, everybody brought their own whatever they were working on. But I tell you, after that, after I signed up and was a demo, it was all stamping. Yeah, Barely Banana. I was not a fan of the subtles back then. They were light. I was more of a they're regals now, but they were earth tones then, right? They were earth elements, I think they were called. I was all about the earths and the regals because I like the Night of Navy, or Baroque Burgundy or something, and Hunter Green, Hunter something or other. Those were like my three, the trifecta, my three favorite colors. What was that green? Oh, Handsome, I want to say Handsome Hunter, but I don't know if that was the newer one. Forest Foliage, that's what it was. Forest Foliage. They didn't have Barely Banana, Sean? I could have sworn they did. Yeah, some of the colors over the years, I've not been upset that they retired. And actually, what was one that I never really cared for? I can't remember now. I know when I first started, we didn't have Real Red. We had Rocket Red, which was kind of an orangey red. I wonder nowadays how close that would be to Poppy Parade. That's crazy. That was the first upheaval. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the colors are close now. I think it's hard with the in colors. Trying to get so many different shades. And then you pull out a piece of paper. And sometimes I pull out a paper and I don't know if it's the color I'm really looking for because I didn't label them. Or if it's like the sun got to it. All right, now I am just quick cutting around this. Certain things I wish they had dies for. Actually, this set, I don't think I've ever just sat here and stamped it and cut it out like this before, so my bad. But we're almost done. And then these little roses, they will take, 30 seconds to cut out. So Gail, I didn't get to watch your video last night because we actually went out to eat. And then I watched it, like 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, Real Red, Sean, Real Red was not around when I started in 2000. It may have come out in 2001. But Rocket Red was the previous red, and I didn't care for that because it wasn't a true red. That's when we had Rocket Red and I want to say Luscious Lime or something, which back then was a wonky green that did not go with like the brights. And if you wanted like true Christmas green, like didn't have it. I don't know if we had glorious green then or not. But getting that good red, like a good Christmas red, we really needed real red. But yeah, creamy caramel, that was one of my favorites. My all-time favorite, chocolate chip. Still have that. You can never have enough browns in my book. Like, you need different shades. Early espresso. Why do you remember Royal Red from the beginning? I don't know, Gail, because you have been in it since what, 98? Like, before me. Yeah, and I remember being mad that first year. I signed up in 2000. Real Red, I think, came out in 2001, maybe. Because I had gotten the Rocket Red in my starter kit. And then, you know, I hardly had time to use it, even though I didn't like it anyway. Wah, wah. All right, one more. Let's go with that. 5 flowers. I think that'll be good. Okay, we'll put this in the pile to cut up later because I have another card that I want to get through, and then I wanted to show you something. You were a Rich Regal's gal all the way? Yeah. That's where you had the forest foliage and the other good ones. Okay, so let's put these here. I want boop, boop, boop. Oh, and then a greeting. I want to stamp this. What was I going to stamp? Sending you healing vibes. Hooked on basic gray. Yeah. I do like basic gray just because black, even with the memento, sometimes I feel like when I stamp it, it looks very basic grayish. All right, I'm going to stamp this in Misty Moonlight. Oh, I like that. Okay, good enough. I was going to say, if I don't like it, I'm going to stamp it off. Let me put this away. Clean this. And I wanted to see. Boop, okay. So if you ever have your scrap, whatever you're trying to cut out, and it doesn't quite fit, this is just an old trick. Use a Post-it note. Get it in here. And then you can hold it. Okay. And then we just throw that out. So this is the double oval punch, which is not retiring. We just got it. It's brand new with the Occasions catalog, but it did make it. It is in the new catalog. All right, and I want to pop that up. So let's get. So now we're just going to build our flowers with dimensionals and glue dots and a little glue. Boop, boop, boop. I feel like these hydrangeas should go like this. Yeah. All right, I'm going to glue this one down. So I'm going to have some variety. So this one will be glued flat, and then the blue one will be popped up. And actually, I'm going to scooch it so it's covering over this. All right, this one pop up. Just because I want some variety in the height. Ooh, and I got to get my pastel pearls. So pastel pearls are in the new catalog, so don't freak out if you should be able to get them now. I know they were back ordered for, it seemed like forever, but they are available now and they're in the new catalog, so we can have them for all year round. Hi, Betty. Better late than never, but you can always catch me later anyway, right? All right, so we're putting that greeting. And let's add some of our leaves. So I need my glue dots. So I'm going to put the glue dot on the leaf directly. And then place it behind. I want another one. How many leaves do I have? I want all 3 of these flowers. All right, each flower can get 2 leaves then. right, that's got to get popped up. And then a little bit of glue. That little bit of glue is going to touch that. All right, so that'll be good in place. Now I feel like I'm going to need a blue flower here. Nope. That seems like too much either way. Too much purple, blue. Maybe I'm just going to go this way. All right, more leaves. Whoops. All right, that one can get just one leaf. So this part of it I did not have figured out entirely before we started today. I just knew I wanted to cut out all these flowers and get them on here. All right, and then we'll do this. I think that can do with one leaf too. And then I'll save these for those other ones. Is it just me, or does everyone have a pile of things that they say, oh, I'll get to that later, and then never do? That, I've got a pile over there. I've got a pile to the left. I even bought a like a TV tray to bring in that I have to my left. And every couple months, I just have to like swipe everything off and, you know, make myself understand that no, Toni, you're not going to do that. Like, it's just time to realize. All right, I'm just going to tape this in. I was going to do some stamping on it, but I can do that later. I'm over this card. Want to add some pearls and then call it a day. So, blah, 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 pastel pearls. Where are you? Here we go. So I used up most of my Seaside spray ones in my bingo kits that were playing bingo on Sunday. So let's just use a couple here anyway. One here. Later will never come. You're right, Penny. Like, I always think that to myself. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave it where I can see it, so then I won't forget. Yeah. That's why I'm serious. Every once in a while, I just, like, throw it all away. Even scraps. Like, I have piles of scraps that I think, like, this, you know, I put it in a pile, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to punch something out of that later. That never happens. So, garbage. Okay. So, here's our goodbye to our healing hugs and beautiful friendship with our hydrangeas and roses, and this paper is going away, the hydrangea haven, whatever. So that's available till the end of June as well. All right. I told you about the paper share. I told you about BOGO. New catalog starts next week. Blah blah. Okay. Excuse me. I need a sip of coffee. Next one is Butterfly Gala. Every time I get caught, like, they get me with the butterfly sets. But I like them, and my mom likes them, so we're also going to use the Textured Essentials, another one of those, and Purple Posy. We're going to say goodbye to Purple Posy, which I haven't used that this much this year because there was a problem with the ink. Do it now. You're right, Penny. Originally, there was a problem with the Purple Posy ink, so I never got the ink pad. Then I didn't get any of the other ink pads. So I've done things with just the cardstock itself. And that's what we're going to do today is, oh, Peggy, I must say, the Butterfly Brilliance is, I like it a lot better than any butterfly set we've had in a long time. I like the images. I've seen people cut the butterflies apart, which I know Gail probably will do that. I'm not against, I mean, I'm not for cutting them apart. Even with these Gala ones, I can't cut stuff apart like that. But I like those, and that the die, like, it fits perfectly. But I just like, those are more realistic looking butterflies to me. Whereas these are like, you know, clowny, like they're not, you know, as real as they could be. So yeah, Butterfly Brilliance, I had to have that one. Okay, Slimline card. So Purple Posy, 7 by 8.5, score it at 3.5. I love Slimline cards. Then this layer, which I cut from the same piece of paper, like this was 8.5 by 11, so I only ended up, you know, throwing away a little bit. This layer is 3.25 by 8.25. All right. Now I'm going to Textured Essentials. I just want to do this for some background, and then I'm going to emboss butterflies on this piece of scrap. So I want my Highland Heather back, because Highland Heather stamped off once is a good match for Purple Posy. All right, and I'm just going to show you here. Boop. Like, it's close enough. So let's get this, and I just want these here. And here. Maybe a little bit more, like right here too. Okay. And then we'll do the greeting. We're going to stamp that in the Highland Heather as well. Let me just clean this off. Now, embossing. So I want to, the idea is I'm going to emboss these butterflies in white and punch them out. And this is going in my BOGO pile as well, the Butterfly Gala. I have liked this butterfly punch. I especially like having this little one. But I can't have, you know, I can't have everything. I can't keep everything. If I had kept everything from the last 20 years, I mean, I've already spilled out of this room into the hall, into the room next door. I've got stuff in the dining room, like everywhere, really. It would be worse. All right. So I'm just going to, I gotta see, it's hard to see these stamping on the Versamark, but I want to be able to just emboss as many of these as I can. I want like 5 sets. And I think I can get one more right here. Okay. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but trust me, they are there. So I'm using white embossing powder. I think silver would look good. Gold, maybe. I gotta tell you though, I'm not a fan of Stampin' Up's gold embossing powder. It's just a little flat. I like something with a little bit more sparkle. Oh, and look at that. I must have got finger smudges or something. See, like right here. No matter. All right, let me get this back in the container. Yeah, I think the embossing powders, yeah, Gail, yeah, you had to move, so you had to get rid of stuff. That's when you really start making decisions, like, have I used this? And that's what I'm doing with my BOGO sale. I'm like, if I haven't used it in the last 2 years, it's going. But what was I going to say? Oh, the embossing powders, I think they're coming, now they're like in 3-packs or 4-packs or something. All right, heating this up for a minute. Hey, Di. Ooh, basements. You don't have basements in Texas? Yeah, I had heard that. Why is that? That always seemed crazy. I am in Maryland, and we have all of that. So, Di, how are you? Actually, I'm going to have to call you. We're going to have to talk. We got bingo on Sunday, and Sean's playing with us as well. And Amy's here. She's playing. It's going to be fun, and you guys are going to love the prizes. Di, don't worry about being late. That's the beauty of Facebook with this, right? We can always go back and see later. Or YouTube, whatever we are watching it on. This corner wants to get caught up. Come on, play nice. Okay. So like I said, Purple Posy, which this color is going away. There we go. So I embossed white on the Purple Posy, punched it out with the Butterfly Duo punch. Oops. All right, let's stamp our greeting, which I don't think I got out. I wanted thank you very much. Yeah, because that will fit. Hello Beautiful fits too. Hello Beautiful or thank you very much. First one to answer me is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Either one's going to work. Do we want Hello Beautiful or thank you very much? So somebody give me a thank you very much. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Let's get this block because it's handy and it fits. And back to the Highland Heather. Now I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to stamp this off because I do want this greeting to stand out a little bit. Sally's here. Okay. And you can have this card, I'm sure. All right. There we go. Clean that up. So where's our card base? Now I didn't cut a piece for the inside, but I will. I'll put a piece of white in there. So now I'm not going to layer. I'm not going to pop this layer up. So I'm just going to glue this down. And hold that for a minute. But I am going to pop up all of the butterflies. So let's get a little glue here. And I want that boop, right there. Like the bottom third-ish. Okay. And now is when I really should have some mini dimensionals. But I don't know. They are not handy. So we're going to have to see if, oops, that one stuck to my finger. I think a regular size one will fit. If not, I'm just going to chop it in half. Oh, no, it's not going to fit. All right. So I'm going to cut a couple of these. So this little sliver, that will hold. Yeah, I think I have a bunch of the mini dimensionals, but I'd have to move a bunch of stuff right now. Like my coffee cup. Not doing it. All right, and then we'll put some I want like at least two, maybe one right in the middle, because I want some of these. Actually, I should just do that in the middle because I want those to pop up like their little wings. Okay. Now placement. So I've got 10. I'm gonna have to make another card because this is too many butterflies. Said no one ever. No, it is. All right, I'm gonna do the big ones first, and then fill in with some little ones. Funny penny. I always thought there was like a real reason why Texas didn't have the basements. I mean, like I had heard that before. It just seems weird. All right, so let's go 3. Maybe I will use all the big ones. Yeah, 5, not too many. All right, that. Ooh, it seems like this is getting filled up. It's sea level. Okay, that's what it has to do with. I think 4 big ones is going to have to do it because that's just going to look too weird to put one right there. All right, so I'm going to do a little one here. A little one there. And then I'll do 2 little ones down here. Kind of close together. So this seems like a lot of fluttering. But I like it. And if this is too much white, you could emboss these like with clear powder with the purple posy. You know, that would show up different. So that's, I like it. All right, I do need a little bit of something though, right? A little bit of bling. I'm over those pastel pearls for now. I want something smaller, like maybe regular rhinestones. Blingy, but smaller. I do want a big one though. Let's do big one there. Big one there. And then we'll pick some little ones. Boop. And I want an odd number. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So I had 9 butterflies. I don't need 9 rhinestones, but I do still want an odd number. Small one there. So that's 4. And I want another group of 2. Right there. Okay. That seems like that kind of flows. All right. Thanks, Peggy. Yeah, add the bling. Okay, so last thing I wanted to show you, and ooh, it's 12. Yikes. I'm gonna have to wait till next week to show you. I had Sue cut me some daisies, and we're gonna make some flower pens. So Gail, I'm gonna show you because I mailed you the pens. Why is this stuck together? All right, I'll have to do this later. So I'll show you that. Next week, we're going to do, it's going to be like May flowers. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Next Thursday will be the first Thursday of May. So that will be my workshop of the month. I always do that on the first Thursday. And I won't have all my new stuff in by then, but I will have enough. But May's workshop is going to be May flowers. So these are the cards we did today. And then real quick, I want to show you about the paper pumpkin. So Gail and Sue have both done a lot of great alternatives for the paper pumpkin kit. I usually don't spend a whole bunch of time doing alternate things because I just like making the cards and then I have them. So what I did, I have not made any of these cards yet, but I took, you have 2 sheets of these stickers that you don't even need to use them for your cards. I think people are using them on the insides. But I took these stickers and made, you get 2 sheets of these. So I took 1 whole sheet and made all these little cards. So I made some 3x6 cards. And I stuck with just the colors and the greetings that they have. You are so cool and hey there. and then little 3x3. So I got 4 3x6 cards and then 5 3x3 cards. And I did a lot of hand cutting, and I didn't have time to put bling on them. I'm going to put some rhinestones or something on them. But I like this, and I just did some embossed backgrounds. The reason I chose Bermuda Bay was I used 12x12 paper, and I just came across a stack of this stuff. This is the textured, and this is from when Bermuda Bay was first an in color, which is why I was wondering, like, oh, what year was what everything? You know, what year were the in colors? So normally, I guess I would have picked a white base, but since I found the Bermuda Bay, I'm like, it's good enough, you know. But I like that you can get a whole bunch of more cards out of just the stickers, you know. So these are my only alternates for those. And I will take pictures and get those posted. And of course, I would put white on the inside, which I didn't do that, but you get the idea. All right, so next week, Mayflowers Workshop, Thursday. Tuesday is when the new catalog goes live. I'm trying to think. Oh, and Batter Up. So May 7th, next Friday, is when the next month's Paper Pumpkin Kit is all about baseball. For new subscribers only on May, there's a special code, and I'll go over that next Thursday because that'll be like the day before. But they have a certain number of new subscriber kits that you're going to get it for $5. So you will, and I think that includes shipping. I'm going to double check that. But for $5, you get a card kit that'll make 9 cards. I mean, that's pretty sweet. So we'll talk more about that next week. But so that's it. Thanks for being here. And for those of you that are playing bingo, I will see you on Sunday at 1. I'm going to send out, I think Amy wanted to do a practice Zoom, so we'll do that sometime Saturday. I'll get in touch with you about that. But everybody else, I'm going to send out the new link or a new email, and that's that. All right, thanks. Bye.